Imagine a game of high stakes chess where the board is not made up of wood but of silicon wafers. Each move represents a strategic decision with global consequences, and the prize is technological supremacy and artificial intelligence. This is the arena where United States and China have been locked in a subtle but intense battle, with advanced AI chips as the key pieces. In October 2022, the US government imposed sweeping export restrictions, banning the sale of NVIDIA's most powerful GPUs, such as A100 and H100, to China. These are specialized high performance graphic processing units designed to train and run advanced AI systems. The official rationale was security, preventing these high performing chips from fueling China's military AI and surveillance capabilities. However, the unfolding story reveals a far more complex geopolitical chess game, one where the ban accelerated China's domestic chip innovation, particularly Huawei's rise, and where economic realities eventually led NVIDIA's CEO to lobby for easing the restrictions. The initial impact of the export control was significant. NVIDIA's high end GPUs, which power large scale AI model training and inference, was suddenly off the limits to many Chinese tech companies and research labs. To adapt, NVIDIA developed modified versions, the A800 and H800, tailored to comply with US rules. But even these were later banned as restrictions tightened in late 2023. The intent was clear: to keep China at least two technological generations behind in AI hardware capabilities. NVIDIA's H20 GPU, designed as another compliance friendly alternative, was also swept in these expanded bans, further narrowing companies' ability to serve the Chinese market. But the unintended consequence was the creation of a technological vacuum that domestic players were eager to fill. Amongst these players, Huawei stands out as a symbol of China's determined push for technological self reliance. Despite being under heavy US sanctions since 2019, Huawei surprised the tech world in August 2023 by releasing Mate 60 Pro smartphone powered by its domestically produced Kirin 9000S chips. While these chips did not match NVIDIA's flagship GPUs in raw power, its arrival sent a strong geopolitical signal. China's semiconductor industry was making tangible advances despite export restrictions. Huawei's Ascend series of AI chips, such as SN910 and SN310, demonstrated growing capabilities in running large AI models efficiently, particularly for inference tasks. These meant that China's AI sector could continue advancing even without the latest US GPUs. The complexity deepened with the January 2025 launch of DeepSeek's R1 chatbot, whose developers reportedly trained cutting edge large language models without access to US GPUs. These developments challenged the effectiveness of compute denial strategy that focused solely on restricting hardware. Several converging trends undermined this approach. These included improving inference hardware like Huawei's Ascend line, more efficient training techniques such as low rank adaptation and sparsity, and widespread availability of open source AI models that could be fine tuned with relatively little compute. Together, these factors showed that AI progress could circumvent hardware bottlenecks, reducing the leverage that export bans were supposed to provide. For NVIDIA, the restrictions presented a dual challenge. China accounted for approximately 20 to 25% of NVIDIA's data center revenue, representing billions of dollars in sales. NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, privately lobbied US officials, emphasizing that severing ties with China could damage companies' innovation capacity and encourage the development of homegrown Chinese alternatives. These warnings underscored the delicate balance between safeguarding national security and sustaining economic competitiveness. By 2025, the US government partially lifted export controls on certain NVIDIA chips, notably the H20 GPU, allowing sales to Chinese customers under controlled licenses. The official explanation framed this as a calibrated adjustment to balance global AI collaboration with national security interests. Yet, the precise reasoning behind the policy reversal remains a subject of speculation. Was it driven by economic consideration, concerns over accelerating Chinese technological independence, or a strategic recalibration to maintain influence in the evolving AI ecosystem? The answer is unclear, but the timing suggests a recognition that maintaining a strict embargo might no longer serve US strategic interests as intended. The episode also intersects with China's broader ambition on the international stage. At the 2025 World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, Premier Li Qiang formally proposed a new multilateral body aimed at coordinating AI regulations and ensuring equitable access, particularly for the developing nations. The initiative reflects Beijing's intent to shape the global AI governance framework in line with its own values and strategic interest, adding another layer of complexity to AI power struggle. This is where neoclassical realism offers a useful lens. The theory posits that the international system promotes states to compete for power, including technological supremacy. Their responses depend on domestic factors such as leadership perceptions, industrial capacity, and political priorities. In this case, both US and China operate in the same competitive global system. Still, their strategies differ. US policy is shaped by security agencies, threat assessment, and domestic economic lobbies like Nvidia, while China's approach is fueled by its drive for self-reliance, state-backed R&D, and nationalist narratives. The export saga becomes not just a story of system-level reality and rivalry, but of how internal politics and capabilities translate external pressures into specific tech policies. The entire episode is a microcosm of a broader geopolitical struggle in which technological supremacy is intricately linked to economic influence and national security. AI hardware is not just a commercial product, it's a strategic asset, shaping military capabilities, economic power, global leadership in digital era. The US-China rivalry over semiconductors exemplifies how technology policies can have ripple effects far beyond their immediate goals. Looking ahead, experts warn that simply blocking hardware sales won't cut it. The US may need a full spectrum strategy, one that blends software rules, global standards, and strategic partnership to truly shape the future of AI. Because in this race, it is not just about who has the fastest chips, but who writes the rule, builds the platform, and drives innovation across the whole tech stack. The NVIDIA export saga and Huawei's rapid rise prove a key point. Restrictions can slow a rival, but they can as just easily push them to innovate faster. In an age where chips are the currency of power, only adaptable, forward-thinking policies will keep you ahead in high-stakes game where technology, security, and geopolitics collide. This is all from us today. This is Nidhi for the Asian Chronicle.